2024 wish list. I am excited about filming this video today because when I got my original Birkin 25 from Paris, I'll never forget one of my viewers asked, does that mean you've gotten your dream bag and you're pretty much done with your handbag journey? And I took a lot of thought into that then, but then there were just a lot of other handbags I still wanted to experience and try to find exactly which one would be the right one for me. After I got my Birkin Cellier, if you guys haven't watched that video, make sure you check that one out next. But it really made me rethink again, how many more handbags do I need? If I'm making a 2024 wish list, what would the handbags on that wish list look like? Because I've been really fortunate to be able to purchase quite a bit of handbags that I really love. So I'm excited to share with you guys today what I feel like I'm missing in my collection, what I want to add to my handbag collection here in 2024. And I usually do like a handbag wish list, but I wanted to go a little bit deeper this time and maybe talk about some shoes that I wanted, some home things I want, some electronics that maybe I want. So let's go ahead and get started. By the way, welcome back to my channel, The You in Fashion. My name's Megan. On my channel, we discuss fashion, luxury, handbags, and lifestyle. If you're interested in any of those topics, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notifications bell down below so you don't miss any of my content. I definitely feel like for me, when you love luxury things, there's just so many things on a luxury wish list that can come up. So I want to talk to you guys about some options today that if I had the money to spend on absolutely all of it, these are the things that I would purchase. And what we'll do is we'll kind of go through the handbags last because like I said, I usually hit on those, but I want to talk about maybe some other areas first before I get to the handbags later. Speaking first about maybe something that I haven't put a lot of money into yet is going to be more home and decoration. So I don't have much in this category, but I talked to you guys earlier when I unboxed my Avalon pillow here that I wanted to get the Avalon blanket. I was thinking to go with it, and with my other purchases so far, as you can see, I haven't purchased the Avalon blanket, but that definitely is going to fall on my 2024 wish list. I love this pillow. Now, if we're being honest, is it something that you're going to put downstairs? Is it something that you're probably going to get a lot of use out of? No, it's really made to sit and look pretty, and that's what obviously I would use the blanket for as well. I definitely don't plan on using it as like a regular blanket, but I think it would be a great addition here to my little setup that I have. So that is the very first thing, that if I had to purchase something for the home, I think the blanket would be one of my first choices. Now, something else from the Hermes brand that I really like from their home collection, like change trays. And I know they have the leather change trays, really nice that you can store things in, but also use for travel. That's also something that I could definitely see purchasing here in 2024 that would not only be good for me to be able to store things at home, but also very practical with travel. So with that being said, let's go ahead and move into a little bit of travel. If you guys watched my video not too long ago on the Rimowa luggage, you'll know that I did a lot of research on Rimowa, and one of the things I definitely want to add to my wish list here in 2024 is going to be the aluminum carry-on. Hopefully plenty of travel to come, and I'm excited about making that one of my purchases here in 2024. Let's move on to shoes. Shoes is one of those things, if you guys have been watching my channel, I have a video up of my shoe collection all the way back when I started in 2021. I have quite a bit of a collection of designer shoes, and I go through these phases where designer shoes, are they going to have a large resale value at the end of it? No, but I, for some reason, love luxury shoes, and especially now that I've been going through this Hermes journey, I've gotten quite a few of their shoes, and I realized that how much I just really like a nice pair of designer shoes. You'll know that some of my favorite pairs are actually my Oran sandals. I get a lot of use out of those during the summer. And then in the winter, I have two pairs of Hermes sneakers that I actually really love too. So I think some things that I want to add to my collection here in 2024 of some shoes are definitely going to be another pair of the sheep sandals. I have the black pair, so I'm thinking maybe a white pair would be really nice. I love my Oran sandals. I have them in black, white, and gold, so I think I'm good on those. I would really love to add, I think they're called the Bounce sneakers from Hermes. I'll definitely show you a picture of them here, but I really like those as well. I think I'll get a lot of use out of them. As I've talked to you guys about, I work on my feet a lot, so 8 hours out of the day I'm pretty much walking and on my feet, and I get a lot of wear out of my designer sneakers then. I think when I was talking to you guys earlier about when to purchase designer shoes and when not to, I guess what I've gotten to for myself is how much use you're gonna get out of them. So I find that I get a lot more use out of sandals or out of sneakers than I do out of maybe designer boot or out of a designer heel. I think for my designer boots that I have, the Louis Vuitton ones, quite a few of them have the monogram print, and I find it a little bit hard to style. They're very, here we are, here's your monogram print in your face, and I still have them. I still pull them out when it's the perfect occasion, but when it comes time to like, do I really get a lot of wear out of them? Not really. So I think what I'm gonna really focus on here in 2024 is making sure that if I'm going to purchase shoes, I'm gonna stay true to trying to make sure I'm purchasing some that I'm gonna get plenty use out of. Those are just a couple to mention. I also love the Hermes loafers. I have the Hermes Dustin loafers, and I like those, but I don't find myself wearing them a lot. And I think that maybe what I would try next time is maybe one of their Paris loafers or something like that. I think those may match a little bit better with the way I usually dress. So those are just a few shoes, some sandals, some sneakers, some loafers. I think those would be the perfect addition here in 2024 to add to my shoe collection. Another big wish list item that I have on my list here is actually a MacBook Pro. I know you guys are like, what have you been doing this entire time? If you don't have a MacBook, I do not. This will be my very first MacBook ever. I'm really excited about it. This is definitely going to be one of my earlier purchases here in 2024 because I feel like I just really need it. Not only will I get a lot of use out of it here for my YouTube channel, but also just in everyday life, for work. I'm really looking forward to adding that not only to my wish list, but also hopefully making that a very soon purchase here in 2024 that I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of use out of in this new year. We talked a little home, we talked shoes, we talked electronics. Let's get to why we all love to come, and that is for the handbags. I feel like I have really narrowed down significantly what I want this year in handbags, and that feels really good. I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but when you love buying designer handbags, it can all get like very overwhelming because in the beginning it seems like there's so many things out there, so many different styles, and you really get a chance as you start purchasing handbags to really fine tune what it is that you like, what it is that you don't like. And I feel like I've finally gotten to that point. Yes, did it take years to come? Yes, it did, but we're there now, and I feel like I am really excited about sharing with you some of the things that I have owned, maybe I haven't owned, and some things that have really just caught my eye recently. Start with Dior first. So Dior is one of those brands that I have known that I wanted a Dior handbag. As you guys know, one of my favorite handbags in my collection is right here. And you guys know that this is my mini Lady Dior in the Lotus. This has shown up on my favorite handbag videos over and over again. This is the very first Dior handbag I owned, and it's actually one of the earlier handbags I purchased within my collection. And when I say I love this bag, I do. So much so that on my wish list, I still want to go with a mini Lady Dior, but in the white color. Let me correct myself. I'm saying Lady Dior white, but they actually call it their latte. And it is really pretty in person. I have been into Dior multiple times to try on this handbag. Never pulled the trigger because, as we know, typically Dior goes for significantly less in the pre-loved market. So I've been eyeing it, I feel like, for the longest, and not a lot of them pop up. And that's what I wanted to share with you guys, is that's actually a very good and interesting thing. So that tells me, one, that they are very high in demand, because anytime I do see them pop up, say for instance on Fashion File, I've only seen like 1 or 2, and they haven't made it past like the 2 or 3 day mark, and they're not going very low below retail. So that's reassuring to me that when I am ready to actually jump on that and make that purchase, I probably am gonna actually go straight from the boutique, because they're not really selling for significantly less on the pre-loved market, and they're going really quickly. So I think if you're gonna look for a Dior bag that you're like, hey Megan, which bag would you purchase directly from the boutique? Surprisingly, the mini Lady Dior in the latte seems to be a really good choice, especially if you want it in excellent condition. You're not going to see a lot of those on the pre-loved market, and if you do, they go really, really, really fast. So adding one of my first handbags to my wish list here in 2024 is definitely going to be the Mini Lady Dior in the latte. Now, going along with this trend of lighter handbags, because that's actually one thing in my collection that I don't really have a lot of lighter color handbags. I have a lot of black, I have some grays, some browns, and I would honestly probably say my Chanel medium beige double flap is going to be the lightest handbag that I have in my collection currently. So I'm really looking forward to adding a lighter handbag. I have been wanting an Hermes Kelly, so why don't we just go ahead and knock that out the way now, because you guys know that I got my Birkin Cellier and I absolutely love it. I wouldn't change that, but it's still not the Kelly. It's still not the Kelly that I have had on my wish list now for the past, I feel like, 2 years plus of wanting an Hermes Kelly bag. And I think it's came to the point now where I may start looking at the pre-loved market for one. I told you guys in the last video that I wanted to dig a little bit deeper about purchasing from the boutique, purchasing from the pre-loved market, and I have some thoughts and feelings and emotions about all of that, but I definitely think it's time for me to start looking. And when I start looking, what I really want to look for is either a Kelly 25 or a Kelly 28 in like a lighter color. So I really love Nata, I really love the Cray. Some of those lighter colors I think are really, really, really pretty, and I think would be a great addition to my handbag collection that I don't have a lot of already. So second here in my wish list, I'm sure this comes as no surprise to you, but definitely a Kelly 25 or 28. I think narrowing it down a little bit further, I would love a lighter color in one of these Kelly bags. Another handbag that I really, really, really would be interested in here in 2024 is more of a color tone, and that is metallic. I posted a video a few months ago talking about how metallics are definitely here and popular ending in 2023 and moving us into 2024, and that trend has definitely stood to be true. I really want to add a metallic bag to my collection. I think two of the designers, honestly, that do that best. I told you guys that Bottega was maybe going to be added to my wish list. I like their Jody in the metallic silver that they have. I really, really like that. But I think that when it comes down to what bag would I really carry, I think I'm stuck between two of them, and I would love to get you guys' opinion on which one of these you like more. So I really like Chanel's Iridescent. I think that it is really, really, really pretty. And the only size I don't have currently in the classic flap is actually the mini rectangular. So I really would love to add a mini rectangular handbag to my collection this year. And I'm thinking a metallic version of that would be really cool in a small size, so it'll stand out, but it won't be too much or too overwhelming or too overbearing, because that's what I was telling you guys last time in the video, that I didn't want something that was too in your face, too metallic-y, because I know I wouldn't wear that, but I think a mini rectangular version Chanel handbag would be really, really, really pretty. That's an option. And then the second option, I've started to see the DJoy bags. They're also doing metallic in their DJoy bags that I think are really, really, really pretty as well. I'll definitely link some images here of some of the options that I'm talking about, but that is definitely nearing a close second, and that's surprising for me, because if you guys watched my Dior video where I went into the store and I did a little vlog, the DJoy I tried on and I kind of was just like neutral. I was like, I don't know. It's not that I don't like it, but I also don't love it. But then they came out with this metallic and I was like, oh, this may be a version of the DJoy that I would really enjoy. So I'm really curious if you guys either have the iridescent or you have the DJoy or a metallic bag in general, what some of your favorites are, or maybe which one of those you would choose, because I'm really stuck on this one. I really like both of them, and I think I would get a lot of use and wear out of both of them. So you guys let me know what you think about that one. I've been through quite a few handbags, quite a few designers here, and one of the bigger ones that I've found that are really jumping out at me here in 2024, this handbag also has been another one that's been in and out of my collection. You guys know I have had this on my wish list for ages, and it's just a matter of me finding the one that works best for me. but it's the saddle bag. I keep coming back to this bag, you guys. I don't know why, but I just feel like it's something about it that's meant to be in my collection in some way, shape, or form. And I do live here in Atlanta. I know I've talked about that in my videos before. One bag that I've been seeing a lot of, or a version of the saddle bag I've been seeing a lot of, especially when I'm going out to nice dinners, is actually the saddle bag in the black with the gold and the new strap that's came out. Because of course before you would only get the saddle bag, didn't have the strap that came along with it, and I actually discussed that in the same Dior vlog, that they now have the ones with the shoulder straps. And I've seen those with winter coats and it looks really nice. I've seen them with dresses just carried on the shoulder, and I feel like that looks really nice. So I'm really liking this Dior saddle bag. I think that the black is actually really nice for a more formal bag, but I'm still debating between that or maybe one of the other styles or colors. But the Dior saddle bag is here back again in 2024. Let's hope that I can get it right this time and find one that really works for me. So that's what I'll say. A lot of these things are things that I've carried over from other wish lists. I think that what it's telling me about myself is that I'm really narrowing down what I like. I'm really narrowing down what are some things that I could truly see in my collection and truly get a lot of use out of. And I think that a lot of them I've just checked off the list that maybe were a little bit more important to me, or some of the things that I wanted to purchase earlier on. But these are still things that I really like. These are still things that I think I'll get a lot of use out of. And I am really proud of myself for trying to be more conscious of what I'm purchasing and trying to be a little bit more conscious of what I actually am going to feel like I get a lot of use out of. I feel like this is significantly less handbags on my wish list than I've had in prior years. I have really narrowed it down to the designers that I feel like I would get more use out of different styles of their bags. I'm trying not to replicate bags too much, so I know that the Mini Lady Dior I would then have in 2 colors, but I'm trying to be really conscious of when I get another Chanel bag, making sure that it's not another medium double flat, because I have several of those and I really want to try a new style and a new size. So that's my wish list here in 2024. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching as always. Please make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!